What's up, everybody? This is the Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and today we're going to be talking about the moon in Virgo. So, first, let's break down the moon and what the moon is all about. The moon is our emotions, our feelings, the way that we react to situations, it's our thought process. It has to do with our mother and the way that she raised you. It's about how she raised you when you was young, early childhood upbringing, and even how you perceive her even today, how you perceived her then also. The moon is ruler to the fourth house in the birth chart. The fourth house has to do with the family, home, and domestics and our roots. Let's talk about Mercury. Mercury is co-ruler to Gemini and Virgo. So Gemini and Virgo, they both share the planet Mercury of communication. So let's jump into this Moon in Virgo. Moon in Virgo. So this is the thing. Moon in Virgo, they love to analyze situations. Okay, they're very big on analyzing situations, solving problems, um, and they're really there to uh, organize things day to day, running errands, paying bills, going to the supermarket, going to the car place to get your car fixed. They're really about day to day routine. Okay, that's what they love to do. That's what makes them feel happy inside. Um, it's really hard to really um, understand them because they're one of the most misunderstood signs of the moon signs because they are so practical in nature. They're practical, organized. They could even be stubborn, okay? Really stubborn when their mind is made up on something, okay? So it's difficult for them to express their feelings because of a fear of expressing their feelings, okay? They hold it inside. They're not going to be the type of people that show this display of ooh, gushy-ish kind of thing. They're not going to do that. They're more going to sit back, analyze the situation, come up with a solution to the problem. So even in the most chaotic and emotional situation, they're going to just sit back and try to process everything that's going on. So while people are crying and out of control, losing their minds, um, Moon and Virgo are going to be sitting back looking and trying to come up with a good problem solving solution to the situation. And they do this with their self and others. Now they could be very critical, very, very critical of their self and of people, but they even 10 times harder on themselves. So they can make a painting and see it and say, oh man, that was nice, you know, but it could have been better. You know, to them, things could always be better than what they are. So it's like that with a lot of things. If they're with a partner, you know, they want to see their partner be better, you know, and it's not that they ain't shit, you know, it's just they really see the greatness in things, the greatness in people, even with themselves. And I actually have this placement in, you know, when I do my videos, you know, I go over them and see what I could have did better, you know, like, oh, that was good and that was all right, but it could have been better, you know. So a lot of times, uh, Moon and Virgo people will do this, okay? Um, they are very private people, mysterious people, and a lot of people are attracted to Moon and Virgo people for what they are not saying opposed to what they are saying. So it's like they're attracted to them because of what they're not doing, but what they think they can do, you know, because like I said, they're private people. So you might not even know that they're starting a business, and then boop, there it is. You might not even know that they're moved away, and then boop, they did. You see, so they're very private people. They don't really like to tell people exactly what they're going to do. They just do it, and you'll see the after effects of that, because they don't want people to discourage them. Okay, because like I said, they're very critical people. They're critical of themselves. So they don't like being criticized, though. They don't like being criticized from other people because they're already critical to themselves. Okay. Moon and Virgo people could really be good nurses and healers. Um, they could be psychiatrists, um, psychologists. They could be into psychology. Um, they like to help. It's the sign of service. Virgo is the sign of service. So you can see them working at anything that has to do with serving people. So it could be serving food, working at a hotel, working at a hospital, working one on one with somebody. Okay? So they can be those things, definitely. Um, Moon and Virgo, oh my God. They love to analyze a lot. So it's really hard for them to know how they are really feeling when they're going through something, because they like to pick things apart and put it back together. Statements that you said, um, things that happen, they play it back in their mind. They're overthinkers. They think a lot. They think a whole lot, and it's even difficult for them to get some rest to go to sleep. So they really need to um, relax, meditate, and really just look into that a little bit more, because you don't want to overthink so much to the point where you're stressed out or anxious. They can really have like anxiety, and maybe even might have anxiety attacks because they are worriers. They worry a lot about how's this going to get done and how's this going to get done. And they're doing one thing, but they're thinking about something else. And I do that a lot. Sometimes I be at work and I'm thinking about what I'm going to make for dinner, and it's morning time. So, and you should be thinking about breakfast and what you're going to eat. So, they really are into analyzing, solving problems. A lot of people may um, see them as being cold or distant, because they always have like a poker face. So like when you're talking to them, they just look serious. They have a serious face, but they really are listening to you. They're listening to you, and they want to give you a logical answer. Okay, they want to give you a logical answer, a practical answer. They're intellectuals. They're very knowledgeable on numerous topics and things like that. So they want to listen and grasp everything, and give you a give you a practical answer. And some people do not appreciate that, and some people do. And some people that will know you and know this nature, they'll understand like, okay, that's just how they are. That's just. And some people won't get it and hope that you change, and you ain't changing, so that ain't gonna happen. But let's talk about the Moon and Virgo's mother and how she could have been. So the Moon and Virgo mother could have been the type of mother that instilled in you at an early age that um, that the world is not a kind place, not a easy place, and that you had to be tough, strong, and hold your own, to survive in this world. So she could have showed you and taught you a lot of things to um, to survive, opposed to the emotional affection. I mean, she could have been affectionate to you, but she probably just really wanted you to know how to stand up on your own, because this world is not an easy place. It's cruel, you know. So your mother could have had been a Virgo or a Gemini, you know, had a lot of placements of Mercury in her chart. She could have had aspects hitting her Mercury. And listen, it runs deep, you know. But she could have been the type of person that really wanted you to learn how to communicate very early, you know, learn. You know, she could have wanted you to learn fast on, you know, homework and stuff. She wanted you to learn quickly, you know, and because of this, um, that makes you a little detached in your emotions, you know, because it could have been very hard for you to be able to express certain things to your mom or your caregiver because it just might not have been accepted. Okay, so you know, like say if your mother was religious or something, you know, and she just said, hey, you know, this is the way, you know, this is the only way, you know, and it ain't how you feel because this is how it is, you know. So it can be very difficult for you to be able to, you know, just loosen up your guard because you could have very well felt like you weren't being heard, you know, and it was hard for people to hear you. And now, today, um, that could be a fear of yours that people don't hear you. People don't hear you. They don't listen. They don't, you know, they don't do that. So now it's almost like you you don't you don't even want to communicate as far as your emotions. Okay, so it's very difficult for them to do that. Um, so they pretty much just hold it inside and do it in silence, and people don't understand if they do it in silence or not because they're not there. Okay, so let's go back to the moon of Virgo. The moon of Virgo are very practical, and anybody that's dealing with a moon of Virgo person, I would say that they can be a little nag. They could get on your nerves. They're argumentative a lot. Um, but what you need to understand is that they really just want to see the better version of you, the better version of them. Okay, so they would love to help you. You know, if you're going through something, they like the rescue person. They love to help. They don't know how to like just not just get up and just do this and do that and do that and do this. They have to always keep themselves moving. If it's cleaning up the house, if it's washing the dishes, if it's vacuuming the floor, if it's going outside and it's paying a bill, if it's they have to just be doing something. You know, writing out a list. They have to do something. They just don't even feel comfortable when they don't. If they sitting there chilling, they could chill, but they have to be doing something. Okay, so uh oh God, let's talk about their positive traits. So their positive traits is practical, thorough, caring, productive, organized, responsible. And their negative traits is fussy, negative, nervous, stressed. Okay. So they really need to just relax, meditate. If things get too stressful, um, you know, maybe you need to just be able to talk to somebody, you know, and just let it all out. You know, a lot of times that can be even a little bit difficult. I mean, me personally, I don't feel like I can't let certain things out. I can talk about things, you know, but certain times it's a little difficult for me to get my point across because sometimes I don't feel like I'm being heard. Okay. And, you know, that's definitely something that Mooning Virgos definitely need to overcome. Okay. Trust me, people are listening. Um, you know, you may not think they are, but they are, you know, they really are. So, Moon and Virgo people could definitely come across as very detached and cold. It's very easy for them to let people and things go. People and things go. Anything that's not serving them and anything that they feel like is useful or useless, Sorry, useless is what I was trying to say. Anything that they feel like is useless to them and not being useful anymore, they will get rid of. And that really bothers a lot of people because they don't understand how and when did this come about, you know. Um, but the thing about it is, you know, they all about positive energy. They don't want the negative energy. They just want to do what they do every day. They want peace. They don't want drama. You know, they could bring the drama, but they don't want the drama. You know, they want a nice home, like a comfortable life, and their kids and their spouse is really their main focus. It's one of their big focuses in life, um, because you know it's a part of their home and their family. You know, so like I said, it goes back to the daily routine. It's a day-to-day thing, and you see these people every single day. So you're really going to be focused on that. You know, but they're passionate people, sensual people too, hardworking, and a lot of times people could look at them as being underachievers. You know, because they don't really get the credit. Um, the credit is not really being given back to them the way that they feel like it should, you know. But all you have to do is just talk to the universe, you know, laws of attraction, and anything that you want will come to you, okay? And you really just need to calm down and maintain your restless nature, you know. Just maintain that restlessness inside you because it's real, okay? It's real. You need to just really let things uh, go and let things flow the way that it's going to just play out. Okay. What else can I say about Moon and Virgo? You know, we could really get on people's nerves. And a lot of times we don't even know how we are um, coming across with this energy at times. You know, we love structure, we love order, we love to organize. Things have to be a certain kind of way with us. And if it's not, everything feels like it's chaotic. It's crazy. It feels a little chaotic, you know. So I mean, if I put something on the shelf and you move it, I want it moved back. So, you know, those little kind of things. And it could be like a little like petty, a little nitpicky kind of thing going on. And that's exactly what it is. It's more nitpicky than it is petty. But people are going to say petty. Um, I say nitpicky. But yeah, so it's things like that. But Moon and Virgo, I told you this is my placement. And they really do desire a partner, an intellectual partner, an honest partner, a caring partner. Um, a lot of people, it's really difficult for them. And actually, the moon itself doesn't, um, the moon, Virgo doesn't feel comfortable in the moon because it's Mercury. Okay, so Mercury is about communication. The moon is about the deepest depths of feelings. So the moon doesn't feel comfortable here. Virgo doesn't feel comfortable in the moon at all because they don't want to let their feelings out. For anyone to just see public displays is difficult for them. So you really might not just see them out. You might, I mean, don't get me wrong. They they feel what they feel. They do. But you're not gonna just see them crying all the time, and you know, and they are a little bit more. I don't want to say tough in that nature, but they can control their feelings very well. They can control their feelings, even though it's hard for them to express them to people, and they don't really like conflict. They don't like conflict, but if it's going to be a conflict, it's going to be a conflict. You see what I'm saying? So this is where the argumentative thing comes out, and fights and brawls will start happening um, because they don't like it. And it's like, you're testing me? For real? Okay, so congratulations, I'm glad you met me. You see what I'm saying? Because we could do this all day. You see, so now it just becomes a different side to the person. But they really are comfortable with being organized, structured, and they really want a partner that can bring the intellectual conversation. They have to be mentally stimulated also. You know, with them, you're not just going to go and fuck them and do the nasty and you know what I'm saying? And think that it's all about what you just did as far as that. No, it has to do with the mind. We're intrigued by minds. Okay, we love to be able to have a conversation and talk about several topics and several things. You know, so yeah, it is deep, but it's just not emotional deep. Um, Virgo moons are more about logic, logic, okay, and rationality. Um, they're not as sentimental. They're more realistic. Okay, so they're not they're not that emotional, and that's all I can really say about the Moon of Virgo for now. I will be updating you on everything to come. We're going to do the Moon in Capricorn next, and that's going to be a good one. I hope this was a good one. I was a little nervous. I did like, I don't know how many takes. Like, it was crazy, but I think I just felt a little nervous because I knew it was my placement. But you know, I'll get more used to it. You know, this public speaking, and you still have the little fears of, you know, but day to day, it will, get a little bit easier and easier. Um, but I appreciate everybody that's been checking in, supporting, and liking, subscribing, hitting the bell, and everything. I just really want to be an inspiration to anybody that is interested in knowing their placement, knowing their astrology, knowing their inner selves. Um, I just, I just really appreciate it. I do. So please check out my online store. It's Grimy Gear at Shopify. I'm going to have everything in the description. If you need a caterer, if somebody to cater your next event, you can hit me up at Supremeroyalcatering at gmail.com. If you need my husband to do any work around the house, you can hit him up at Aron Nesbitt 90 at gmail.com. I will have everything in the description. If you need that information, you can click on that. Thank you so much. This has been A Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening, and love is love. Blessings to you all. See you in the next one.